Okay guys, we're going to get into basement framing around the ductwork. Anyone that gets into interior carpentry gets a basement remodel job, or just, from start to finish, just a basement framing, which is all pretty easy. This is the layout of the ductwork in the basement. When you get to the point where you've got a frame around the ductwork, everyone kind of scratches their head, like, what's the best way to go about it? And I think I've come up with maybe the pretty good way of going around all that ductwork. It minimizes the space, and if you look closely at that drawing, go ahead and pause this video and look closely at these drawings that I put out. But basically, it carries the sides and it carries the bottom, and then see, they're offset by 3/4 of an inch, or the thickness of the plywood that you're using. I like to go with 3/4 of an inch stock, because it's just a little strength, a little more area to run your screws into. And when I see most guys, they like to use solid 2x2 material from Home Depot or something, and it looks all cattywampus. It splits, it's crooked, and looks horrible. And you know what? This turns out pretty darn nice. I didn't want to bore you with what I do with the lasers down here, but basically I come up with the highest and the lowest points of the ductwork, and I go just a little bit lower so it doesn't touch the ductwork. And off of my laser, I can get this stuff nice and flat and level. And then, I can have some just infrastructure in there where I can run some screws, make sure that, it's not going to sag with the drywall. Do everything 16 on center. And, since it's a little bit wider, like 2.5 inches, and, that's basically my go-to number here, it'd be pretty hard to miss it with a screw. So that is a plus. When I get all done, I go ahead and run screws everywhere, and it's pretty, like, you can actually hang from this. I'm 160 pounds, and I can grab a hold of this and I can hang from it. So it's definitely going to hold the drywall up. It's not going to sag. Then I run these black register marks, like 16 inches off the edge of my work, and then I use a laser, and I run that laser and make sure that it all lines up with that black line. And then I just kind of tie up the loose ends, where it comes with an angle, or, if it starts to shrink down. I try to minimize all of the unnecessary room around the ductwork and mechanical. In this area here, I was actually maximizing it because I had a couple of things to go around, like plumbing and some just miscellaneous ductwork. But I used the same stuff. I had made up maybe 100 or 150 feet of that stacked plywood, and then maybe another 100 feet of 2.5 inch wide strips, and it turned out pretty nice.